Welcome to our podcast, Birthing a New Humanity. I am your host, Sofia Ataya, Spirit Baby Medium. The frequency of Earth is rising, and we are being called to birth ourselves as a new humanity in alignment with the new frequency of the Earth. The children that is on their way to Earth is already embodying this new frequency. They're coming here as guides to guide us into that alignment. Hello and welcome to this episode about Spirit Baby Communication. In this episode, we will dive deep into what Spirit Baby Communication is and why it can be such a healing, transformative, and life-changing experience. Welcome. I'm happy that you choose to listen, and it's an honor for me to share. So, what is Spirit Babies? Spirit Babies is an energy form. It's the soul. It's the essence. We often have heard that when we die, our soul leaves our body and travels to the afterlife. And before we are born, the soul lives in the before life. So, when we tune in to a spirit baby, we tune into a soul. We're communicating directly with a soul that is waiting to incarnate here on Earth. So how do Spirit Baby communicate? Spirit babies can communicate in many ways. It really depends on their way of communicating and as well your way of receiving communication. And things can adapt. So you have the ability to tune in to their way of communicating, as well as they, the spirit babies, has the ability to tune in to your way of receiving communication, as we sometimes do in relationships. We feel each other. We tune into, how can I communicate in a way so the other person hear me, or so the other person receive the message that I want to share. It's the same thing with Spirit Baby communication. So, they can communicating in many ways. Some people experiencing that their spirit baby communicating through signs and symbols. Suddenly they, for example, start to see the same numbers all over, and they see butterflies, or they hear a song. I even had a client once, and she told me that her spirit baby were quite often communicating with her by flossing the toilet. So suddenly she could walk around in the house and the toilet start flossing by itself. And when that happened, she felt strongly in her body that that was her baby trying to communicate to her. Other people feel it quite emotionally, like this feeling inside of them. They feel the presence of their baby, the love, It can also be quite subtle, like subtle sensations you feel that there is something, someone around you, someone, something that wants to communicate with you, want to share something with you. You can feel it in your field. It can also be through dreams, that you have a lot of dreams where your spirit baby is communicating and sending messages to you. And if you are a dreamer, I will really recommend you to record your dreams in the morning or write them down. Or you can say out loud before you go to bed. You can say to your spirit baby that you open yourself tonight through your dreams to connect and to receive messages. It can also be a very visual experience. Like you really feel when you're going into meditations, you really see them. You receive direct messages, images, colors, even names. Or it can be a very inner guidance that you feel. There is something, someone here with me. There is guiding me in very specific directions in life. That you are guided. So what can spirit babies share with us? When we entering spirit baby communication, we communicate directly with a soul. That means that that soul is without all the human conditions, with all the trauma. The soul, of course, can have previous lives that is lingered within the soul. There is carried with the soul. But a soul comes into this life very pure. Especially the souls that is entering earth right now. These souls come with a higher frequency, but that's another talk. I will make another episode about the new earth children. So let's come back to the question. What can the spirit babies share with us? They can share their unique blueprint. What they are bringing in to this life. What their gifts is. What their mission is. How they want to be born. Where they want to be born. And of course, it also depends on when we are communicating with them. It's quite different to communicate with a spirit baby before conception than in pregnancy, after a miscarriage, or right after birth. It's different because the spirit baby is in different states of development. So spirit babies have a lot to share with us. It's amazing. And I'm so humble to get the opportunity and to share with you that we can communicate with a soul that have the ability to see through time. The spirit baby is in the realm of timelessness. They can work with us because they want to work with us. Because when we heal, they heal. It doesn't mean that they are unhealed as a soul, but when they enter into our womb space, into a physical body, all the things there is unhealed within us and in our lineage will go directly into them. So they want to see us heal, so they also can bring forward more of their essence, so they don't need to carry on all this unhealed trauma or suppressed grief. So when we work with spirit baby communication, they work beyond time and space. They can work with you with deep, deep, deep healing through your lineage. Not only with you, but with your whole ancestral lineage. You have probably heard to break the chain, and they want to help you to break the chain. Because what you heal in you heal both backwards and forwards. So what they have to share with us is a super high, fine-tuned healing frequency that they can bring to you. They have the ability to see through you, to see these spaces and places inside of you where you have not yet healed, where something is suppressed, where you're holding on to something, or where you contract energetically. Through spirit baby communication, and especially the way I work with it, we're going in to these places inside of you and work together. So it's a held space where you, me, and your spirit baby work together to heal and to transform all that there is not healed yet. It's such a beautiful, profound, and life-changing experience. So your spirit baby is a healer. So why communicating with spirit baby communication? So when can you communicate with your spirit baby? You can do that in all stages. You can do that way, way, way before conception actually happening. If you just have the feeling inside, the call of becoming a mother, then you can start your spirit baby journey. You don't even have to have a partner. You just simply feel this calling inside of you of becoming a mother. It's a beautiful place to start your journey. Your spirit baby can even guide you to your partner. Oh, your spirit baby might guide you back home into yourself. It's not all spirit babies there is meant to come through in this lifetime. As I said before, spirit babies is in the realm of timelessness. Spirit baby communication can also happen in preconception. And that goes as well for all stages of preconception. You might just have the feeling that you want to conceive one day and you have your partner and you kind of want to explore this connection, to go into a conscious conception journey together. Or you might have tried to conceive for a period of time, but it might be challenging. You might be wondering why conception is not happening. It's a beautiful and strong time as well to go into spirit baby communication. This time in a woman's life, or in a man's life, I support both women and men and couples, needs a lot of courage, because it might reveal something that you don't want to see in your life. There is a reason why you are struggling in conception. It's a very sensitive space. I have had women, couples, that have tried to conceive for years, and they have going through these checkups, and there is nothing wrong with the physical ability to create a baby, and yet they can still not conceive. There must be another reason. So in this state, it requires a lot of courage to step in to a spirit baby session and spirit baby work, and it can be life-changing, because you might have to take a different path in life. Maybe it's not the partner you're with in the moment there's going to be the father of your child. Maybe there is something deeper inside of you, like a unhealed wound that you're holding so tightly to, that need to be revealed and healed, so you can change your path in life. To be able to conceive, we must align our frequency with the frequency of your baby. So when conception is not happening, it's because there is a disalignment. Your frequency and your baby's frequency is not aligned. So in spirit baby communication in preconception, we simply working with aligning the frequency. You can also communicate with your spirit baby in pregnancy. It's a very beautiful experience. When we communicate with a spirit baby in pregnancy, there is quite often this ease with the mother. You know, the baby is here, and then we can communicate from that place. When we communicate with a spirit baby during pregnancy, we can say like the spirit baby or the baby have a leg in each worlds. They are both having a part of them in the physical realm, and they have a part of them in the spirit realm, which is quite interesting. They actually both sense the physical realm, and they are also in the spirit realm. So a soul in pregnancy, it's not really entering in and out. It's kind of both places at the same time. So when we communicating with a spirit baby during pregnancy, they have beautiful things to share with us. It's often this period where they want to share their mission, why they came to Earth right now, why they choose you as a parent. And they also share their personalities, and that comes from the physical imprint they already have. Now they can share their personalities. They can also guide you as a parent. And as well, they still want you to heal. They still coming this high frequency healing energy with them. So, as in preconception, it's the same in pregnancy. We can work with the healing energy, work with blockages, traumas, unprocessed grief, Go deep into the energetic work with the healing energy, healing your ancestral line, preparing you for birth. Especially if you feel anxiety, uncertainty in your life, anxiety about becoming a mother, fear for the birth, we can work with that with your spirit baby. Your spirit baby have a lot to bring in here. It's a co-creation. And the spirit baby session during pregnancy very often bring a lot of trust and ease and relaxation into the mother, this deep inner knowing, this deep trust. We can also communicate with our spirit babies if we have experienced birth loss, a miscarriage, or have been undergoing a pregnancy release. These sessions brings a lot of healing. In these sessions, your spirit baby is still around you. Is still holding this love around you. So your spirit baby have returned to the spirit realm. So your spirit baby in this phase of your life have been in the spirit realm, very shortly in the physical realm. In this category of birth loss, miscarriage and pregnancy release, your baby have been in the before life and then partly in the physical and in the spiritual realm, and then entering into the afterlife, the spirit realm again. So your baby haven't been completely into the physical realm. It has only been part. So in these sessions, your spirit baby brings in a lot of healing. Your spirit baby still want you to heal because you are still and have been your baby's mother. So your spirit baby want you to heal your womb space, your ancestral lineage. So when we're communicating with the spirit baby in this category, the spirit baby often really wants you to go deep down into your womb space. That was the space where your baby have been experiencing a sensation of being a physical being. So in there is still the energetic imprint of your baby. And it's very important that we're going in together with your spirit baby to heal that, to bring it back to your baby. It can be like a soul retrieval. We as well need to help your spirit baby to bring its souls back into oneness. As well as we want to allow your womb to let go, to free the soul, to free yourself. In a womb space where there have been a miscarriage or a pregnancy release, there is often some grief. Maybe you don't feel it, but your womb feel it. Your womb is grieving. And it's important that we go into that grief within your womb space. Heal it and release it. So it's not gonna stay there as a suppressed grief. What happens if it stays there as a suppressed grief is if you then conceive again and a new baby soul entering into the womb space, that baby will suck that unprocessed grief into the development of them as a human being. So they may experience afterwards a subtle feeling of grief in their life, and they don't really know where it comes from. It comes from the womb of their mother. And there is nothing wrong with it. We can go through the process doing life as well. We can always heal. Sometimes it's also happening that a spirit baby is coming through conception and have a short period of time in the womb before they continue out to the spirit realm again. And then they want to come back again. So if you're a mother and you have experienced a miscarriage, pregnancy release, or birth loss, and you feel the urge to conceive again, you might have a feeling that it could be the same soul there is around you. And there's a big chance that this is correct. A miscarriage or birth lost or pregnancy release can be challenging, very challenging to go through. And I send out my deepest love and compassion if you have been undergoing that. There is a beautiful message from your spirit baby in this. Because the reason that the baby was exiting your womb again was because there was something in your womb space, in this sacred place where they have to develop themselves as a human being, that wasn't fully aligned with their frequency. So that's why they choose to leave. But now they know what it was that wasn't fully aligned with their frequency. So when we then open up to communicating with them again, if you have this feeling that it could be the same soul that wants to come again when you try to conceive after your loss, then this spirit baby can really tell you and pinpoint out this and this and this and this and this we need to go into and work with, transform and heal. This is beautiful. I would like to share a bit of my personal story with spirit babies. When I was 19, I was told by the doctors that it might be almost impossible for me to conceive naturally. I was diagnosed with PCOS, with cysts on my ovaries, with endometriosis, with cell change on my cervix, and I had a very irregular menstrual cycle. In my 20s, I literally had 4 years where I didn't have my blood. I wasn't bleeding for 4 years. It was a challenging time for me. I felt disconnected with the earth because my womb was disconnected with the earth. But deep within, I knew that I would become a mother. I have felt my children already. When I was a child, I felt them. And at that time, I still was feeling them. When I was around 27, my previous partner and I, we felt the strong call to invite a child into our life. And I was a bit like, yeah, it might take some time because I was told by then, blah, 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 blah. Then we decided to let's open up and see. We're not in a rush, we're still young, so let's open up and see. When it happens, it will happen. And I could kind of relax into that. A half year later, I remember it so clear. I was standing in the forest and I was looking up at the full moon. And suddenly I saw this light expanding from the moon and it almost like showering me with this white light. And I felt this presence of love, happiness, and gratitude within my whole system. And from that moment, my daughter's spirit had entered my energy field. It felt different afterwards. I felt, wow, she's here. I can feel her. I can sense her. I can feel her in my cells. I can feel her in my whole body. And I decided to dedicate myself to really listen to her guidance. Dedicate myself to take the steps, to take the actions, to walk in the directions that she was guiding me through, no matter where that guidance would lead me. So I really had to take care of my physical vessel. That was one of her big guidance. You need to clear and clean yourself. Not only physical, but also energetically. So I went through a lot of cleansing rituals, cleansing diets. And I went also to an acupuncture that was helping me to clear and cleanse my organs. She was guiding me to this practitioner that could help me. And she was guiding me deep within to really cleanse myself, clear myself. I always at that point felt like I was not really completely in my body. So she was guiding me first of all to clear and cleanse my body. And then after that, I got this strong call to go to an iboga ceremony. At that point, I haven't ever heard about it. I didn't know anyone that had been going through an iboga ceremony. But yeah, I have committed myself to walk the path with my spirit baby and to go in the direction that she was guiding me to. So I opened myself up and said, okay, if this is what I'm going to do now, I'm open myself up to receive an invitation. And guess what? Only a week after, I received an invitation in my mailbox. I didn't even know where this person had my mail from. It was someone I have met in a course somewhere. And then I received this invitation that suddenly these African people, they came to the Scandinavian and they want to share their medicine. And I was like, okay, this is my call. I want to go. I need to go. And the iboga is a very strong medicine. And I might never do it again in my life. And what happened during the ceremony was like, a bit weird and didn't really make any sense. But what happened afterwards changed my life. It's still with me. I literally walked on earth for the first time in my life. I felt I have entered my body completely. This was what my baby, my daughter, want me to do. That was why I had this disconnection with earth, this feeling of feeling disconnected with the earth. All these conditions within my womb space. Now I was there. A few months later, I received my blood, my menstruation, for the first time in 5 years. And it feels so releasing. I feel so released. And after my first menstruation, my first blood, I conceived my daughter. And I had a beautiful pregnancy and a beautiful natural home birth. That was my story with my firstborn daughter. Just gonna share a little bit with my second daughter. just a small part of the story. With my second daughter, I conceived while I was bleeding. And the doctors afterwards said, it's not possible. It must be the wrong date. You must have misunderstood it. You must have misunderstood it, or, I don't know. But it's true. You can conceive at any time in your menstrual cycle. We have to get out of the limited belief that there is only this windows. There is only this window of this few days where you can conceive, where you're fertile enough. It's our human mind that wants to control conception. And the spirit baby says, hey, let go, be free. I am entering this world. I am entering this life when the right time is. They know when to enter. And it's our job to open ourselves to let that happen if we are ready to conceive. We can negotiate it with our spirit babies. I have done that. I have a feeling that there is a spirit baby out there, and I am in communication with that spirit baby once in a while. And I say, no, it's not time now. Even though if I feel it would be a bit of could be, we can negotiate. It's a co-creation. We both have to be ready. How do I came to this work? Yeah. It started 7 years ago when my oldest daughter was born. I haven't heard anything about spirit baby communication. I didn't even thought it was a thing. I didn't even knew that there was spirit baby mediums, spirit baby communicators, spirit baby guides out there. I didn't know anything about this topic. I have just experienced it on myself. I have had the experience. And I was like, okay, if I have this experience, I need to share it. It's life-changing. It can help so many women and couple out there. They're not even like in any categories, but there's so many out there that are struggling conceiving. And I was told that it might be impossible for me to conceive, but through spirit baby communication, that conception became a possibility for me, and that the miracle happened. I feel that I wanted to share that. So I started sharing it with people, and then suddenly I found out that there were other people out there that was working with this. So I started deepening my own connection to the spirit baby realm, to the realm of the before life. And then I started to hear all the spirit babies out there, and they were guiding me to do this work, and they are guiding me in how I am doing this work, how I am working. They are my guides. So I wanted to touch as well the myths and misunderstandings that can be around spirit babies and spirit baby communication. So spirit baby communication is not a quick fix. It's not like, oh, now I'm gonna having this spirit baby session and then I will become pregnant. Or now I'm gonna have this session and then I'm completely healed. It's an ongoing process. It's a co-creation process. We have to allow it all the time. We have to open ourselves up to do the changes in life. It's like entering into a ceremony. The real ceremony, the real work begins afterwards. Another myth could be like, can you tell me the gender of my child, of my baby? I never do that, but I do sense qualities. I do sense the masculine energy and the feminine energy. So I might say I sense a strong masculine energy, but it doesn't mean that your baby will be a boy. It's just what they're communicating to me. It's the way that they show up in the spirit realm for us right now. It is with a strong masculine energy. So spirit baby communication is a guidance. It's a frequency. It's a help to heal, to transform, to receive messages. It's an energy we can work with, and it's an energy that wants to work with us. It was a pleasure to share and to talk about spirit babies and spirit baby communication, and I'm looking forward to share more with all of you. Thank you very much for listening. If you are curious about spirit baby communication, or if you feel called to explore your spirit baby and opening up to communicating and receive the wisdom and the healing, the guidance and the messages that your spirit baby have for you, you are welcome to go on my website, sofiaataya.com. Here you can see all my offerings. I am supporting men, women and couples in the journey through preconception, pregnancy. If you are undergoing or have already experienced a birth loss, a miscarriage or a pregnancy release. I also support you in the period after giving birth to give both you and your baby a safe space to tell your birth story. At my website, I also have some free meditations that you can listen to at any time. I'm looking so much forward to share a lot more with you. Thank you for listening to this episode. I wish you a beautiful day.